तो जो हमारा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है वो है एक्सप्लेन वेरियस सोर्सेज ऑफ बिजनेस आइडियाज. There are some fruitful sources of business ideas adopted by successful entrepreneurs, which can be classified as internal and external sources of idea generation. First one is internal sources. It refers to ideas that originate from within an existing organization or the entrepreneur's personal background, experience, and capabilities. Here are some common internal sources that are. First one is research and development. So R&D can be carried out in-house or outside the organization. R&D involves researching the market and the customer needs and developing new and improved products and services to fit these needs. Businesses that have an R&D strategy have a greater chance of success. Research and development can be expensive and time-consuming process, but its benefits outweigh its costs. Next, intrapreneurship. An intrapreneur is a person who makes on the responsibility to innovate new ideas, products, and process or any new invention within the organization beyond its internal R&D process. Companies can use the brains of its employees from executives to scientists, engineers, and manufacturing staffs to salespeople. Third one is hobbies and interests. Hobbies are the activities that one enjoys doing during leisure time and can prove to be a major source of business ideas which is generated from within an entrepreneur. Many successful entrepreneurs have established great successful business ventures while pursuing their interests or hobbies. अब इस ये जो ग्राफ है इसके हिसाब से हम समझ सकते हैं सोर्सेज ऑफ आइडिया जनरेशन. फर्स्ट वन इज इंटरनल सोर्सेज एंड नेक्स्ट वन इज एक्सटर्नल सोर्सेज. इंटरनल सोर्सेज के 3 सब डिविजन्स हैं जो कि फर्स्ट है हॉबीज एंड इंटरेस्ट, इंट्राप्रेन्योरशिप, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट. अब आते हैं एक्सटर्नल सोर्सेज पे जिसमें कि नीड रिकग्निशन ऑफ कस्टमर, एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क्स, ट्रेड जर्नल्स, मैगजीन्स एंड न्यूज़पेपर, ट्रेड फेयर्स एंड एग्जीबिशन, गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स. ये सारी चीजें आती हैं. तो अब नेक्स्ट पढ़ते हैं एक्सटर्नल सोर्सेज. Business can also obtain brilliant new product ideas from any of a number of external sources. These external sources are numerous, such as customers, competitors, channel members, but the firms differ greatly as to where they concentrate their efforts for outside assistance. अब पढ़ेंगे इसके सब डिविजन्स के बारे में. फर्स्ट है नीड रिकग्निशन ऑफ कस्टमर्स. Potential entrepreneurs should always pay close attention to the needs of the people in the society. A business opportunity arises from the need which is strongly felt by a vast majority of people. When a need is strongly felt and people are unable to satisfy it themselves, they tend to find its solution from the outside world. Entrepreneurs should try to recognize this need as and make sincere efforts to turn this need into successful business venture. Next one is existing products and services. Improving upon the already existing goods and services is yet another successful source of business idea generation. This improvement might result into a completely new product or service having more market appeal and sales potential. Thus, an entrepreneur should carefully analyze and evaluate existing products and services of itself and competitors and should bring out ways to improve these offerings. Next is distribution networks. Members of distribution partners like dealers, wholesalers, retailers, and agents have proved to be one of the brilliant sources of new idea generation. The distribution networks have proximity with the customers and they can recognize the unsatisfied need of the customers. No one knows more than them what do the consumer wants and what are they getting at the moment. Fourth one is street journal, business magazines, and newspapers. Statistical information and other reports are being published by various trade journals, business magazines, and newspapers, which can be used in generating new business ideas. They write on current trends in industry, best practices, legal issues, and general business environment, which can provide gainful insights while generating new business ideas for a successful new venture and its growth. Fifth one is trade fairs and exhibitions. Trade fairs and exhibitions have proved to be one of the excellent sources of ideas generation since decades, as they are usually advertised on the internet, radio, and newspapers. People from all around the world come and participate in these fairs and exhibitions displaying their new products and services. Sixth one is government schemes. Government of India has initiated various schemes to provide training and assistance to the people having a desire to start their own enterprises. These schemes by themselves is a great source of idea generation. Now, the next question is, what are the important factors that should be kept in mind while starting a new venture? The answer is, a new venture undergoes several stages: startup stage, and post startup stage. A number of critical factors are important to consider for the assessment of new venture. The five critical factors for the assessment of a new venture are: first is uniqueness. Uniqueness is something that will make your business to be the only one of its kind of business. The unique business idea is something that will increase the business potential energy of your business. It can be done by creating a USP or unique selling proposition. अब ये जो चार्ट है इसकी हेल्प से समझेंगे क्रिटिकल फैक्टर्स ऑफ न्यू वेंचर डेवलपमेंट. फर्स्ट वन इज यूनिकनेस, नेक्स्ट प्रोडक्ट अवेलेबिलिटी, next growth of sales, investment and customer availability. So next topic है investment. The capital investment in every business varies considerably. In some industries only large scale startups are feasible, whereas in some cases only small scale startups are feasible. For example, an online business requires comparatively small amount of investments as compared to an offline bricks and mortar business. Third one is growth and sales. The pattern of growth of sales needs to be analyzed in advance. The rate of growth expected also needs to be calculated to know the gestation period of the new venture of break even. Fourth, product availability. Availability of the product after the promotion is an essential factor to be considered. Sometimes firms make so much hurry in launching new products but unable to make it available at the doorsteps of the target population, which may tarnish its image. Fifth one is customer knowledge about their requirements. It is important for the entrepreneur to understand the requirement of the customer before starting the production in the venture. The product available from the venture to be started should understand the needs and wants of the consumer through market surveys, which will increase the likelihood of venture success. Next question is, describe the rationale behind preparing a business plan in entrepreneurship development. Explain the main elements of a business plan. Answer: the business plan may be read by employees, investors, bankers, venture capitalists, suppliers, customers, advisors, or consultants. The actual content and focus of the business plan depend upon who is expected to read the business plan. While preparing business plan, the entrepreneur must carefully analyze the three main viewpoints. First is the perspective of the entrepreneur himself, as he is the one developing the venture and clearly has the most in-depth knowledge of the creativity and technology involved. Second is the marketing perspective, which requires critical emphasis that an entrepreneur must incorporate while preparing business plan. Third, the entrepreneur should try to view his or her business through the eyes of the investor. Next, key elements of business plan. First is introductory page. This is the title or cover page that provides a brief summary of the business plan's contents. The introductory page should detail about the name and address of the company and the entrepreneur's telephone number, email address, and website address if available. It should also describe the nature of the business in brief. Second, executive summary. The executive summary lays out all the vital information about your business within a relatively short space, typically 2-3 pages or less. It is a high level look at everything and summarizes the other sections of your plan. Third is industry analysis. The entrepreneur should analyze the environmental and industrial environment to be updated about the current status and future trends and changes in the market at both domestic and international level that may impact the working of the business. Business description. In this section, the description of the venture is to be detailed by the entrepreneur. It should begin with describing mission and vision of the firm. It should give clear idea about the scope and size of the firm to the investors. Fifth one is production plan. A production plan is necessary for the manufacturing business. Entrepreneur needs to be described the physical layout of his production plant, the machinery and equipment needed to perform the manufacturing operations, raw materials and suppliers' name, addresses and terms, cost of manufacturing, and any future capital equipment requirements. Now the next point is operations plan. This section begins with describing what needs to be done to get the business underway. Every type of business, whether manufacturing, non-manufacturing, should include an operations plan. Next point is marketing plan. It describes how the product or services will be distributed, priced, and promoted. Marketing strategy, which is developed by conducting market research, should be discussed here. Next is human resource plan. This part takes care of the human resource requirement for the proposed business to be started. This covers both human resource planning at the workers level as well as at the executive level. Next is the organizational plan. It describes the form of ownership of the firm, whether it is partnership or corporation. Next, assessment of risk. Every organization faces some risks and threats, and the investors may appreciate that entrepreneur have carefully analyzed and disclosed possible risks. The investors may also find key strategy to overcome them. Next, financial plan. It is the most looked up section of the business plan. Most of the financial information and projected statements are disclosed in his section.